The Tentacle, a weapon that I've both been looking forward to and dreading, because I love how goofy it is and it does have a very unique combo to it, but also at the same time, it's never been particularly good. Its whole gimmick is based around grappling onto an enemy and then doing a rocket punch as you get pulled towards them, which is awkward and strange to control. It reminds me a lot of the old school version of the meat skewer in how often you would put yourself in danger as much as you would get out of danger with this weapon. Although from what I understand, in the most recent updates, it has been changed up now to, I think, having more damage and a little bit longer of a combo, so you're doing more than just grapple punch. So maybe it's going to be good now. I mean, like I said, the Tentacle is a pretty wacky weapon, and you know me, I love real kind of strange, unusual things being used to beat up enemies. So I want to see this thing be good. It's just, I don't know, it's still pretty awkward to use, if I'm being honest. So I don't even really know what the plan is going to be. As of right now, I do have both the Tentacle and the Vorpan as my only melee items unlocked, because from what I've been told, there's also some sort of interaction between those two items. I mean, it certainly does seem like a decent combo. You know, you pull yourself maybe switch out Tentacle to be the secondary item, pull yourself close, and then you're able to use the pan really easily. Or maybe there's going to be some sort of fried calamari type of combo that's coming up here that'll be even more interesting than that. Either way, I was told to try it out, so I do have that unlocked. No promises as to if that's even going to be like a major part of the run, or if I'm just going to use it for like 2 seconds and then immediately throw away the pan for something like a shield. But I'll at least give her a try. Aside from that, it is going to be brutality, because, well, the pan is brutality scaling. But also, maybe more importantly than that, if I'm unsure of how a run is going to go, maybe going at least pseudo-melee. I suppose this does have a pretty big reach on it. Type of... oh, well, there we go. Pseudo-melee tactics is not a great idea. I didn't quite tell... I couldn't quite tell if it did anything of interest. I mean, I'm getting grabbed towards the enemy. Let's try to go for the full combo with Vorpan. Didn't really seem to do much of anything, but I'm still gonna try it out, at least for these first couple areas where there's not as much pressure to make sure that I'm not getting hit at all. Speaking of which, that is gonna be a problem when I get cursed, just overall, because, well, curses I'm generally not great at dealing with in the first place. But even more so when I have a weapon that specifically puts me right up in an enemy's face. And I get kind of like thrown around erratically. So, yeah, I am fully expecting this to maybe take a couple of runs to really get working. But who knows? We'll see. One of the other things is that this weapon does have a couple unique little quirks onto itself. It's the only whip that can also go through shields. Well, it's the only non-whip item that can also go through shields, which is pretty useful for, say, going up against the Arboretum, which I think I'm going to do. But it also has the ability to grapple you onto walls and pull you towards those. When would that ever be useful? I mean, Dead Cells is not really a game designed for that. Not even the grappling hook itself does that. So how could that even possibly be somewhat useful? I have no idea. But hey, it is a neat little quirk of the thing, so might as well talk about it a little bit. I don't know. It's, you know, the other thing is that if I did decide to go with like a tactics run, I think it really would just turn into a turret run, guest starring the Tentacle in a minor role. Here I can at least, you know, get stuff like Vengeance, Tainted Flask if necessary, Soldier's Resistance, always pretty good. Berserker? You know what, I'll take Berserker. Sure. Now, I do have Vorpan in the primary slot there, but I'm still going to be trying to use the Tentacle as much as possible. Oh, and as always, before I forget, it's the Conjunctivius. Conjunctivius' Tentacle boss, of course, is going to be the one that drops the Tentacle weapon. So it's introduced as their, like, a boss-specific weapon, after all. I don't know. If there is, like, a special interaction, I'm not seeing it with the Vorpan. I mean, like I said, I do think it's a good combo nonetheless, but I was kind of hoping for, like, something different to happen, or maybe have them transform into, like, a new type of weapon or something. That said, it's like, hey, a weapon that pulls you close and a weapon that works best when close. Can't really say that, well, most most brutality weapons, and especially melee weapons, work best when close. What am I even talking about? But okay, that was interesting. That was actually pretty cool, but not kind of what I expected. I mean, technically thorny backs are considered to be shields, so it's no surprise that I would just go through it like that, but the real reason why I was taking it into the Arboretum is because of the mushroom jerks and their whole ability to shield themselves up. Not only being able to hit a lot of enemies at once just by punching, but also being able to completely nullify their shield works out pretty well too. Seems to deal nicely with rampagers, which, also require a pretty big... I'm just going to switch these back. I don't know, Vorpan's interesting, like I said, and seems okay, but nah. Should just took like that alchemic carbine that I saw a little bit earlier. That was clearly one that probably would have synergized well, because I do have like poison synergy on here and everything. That was a little bit weird. The pulling of the tentacle kind of combined with the very generous ledge grabbing mechanic in the game. It had something happen there, certainly. Okay. Yeah, it's a little bit hard to get that punch in when you're very, very close to enemies. I mean, that's how you do the critical damage, so it's kind of important to do so. It's just, yeah. I guess the other thing would be that I am glad that I'm not doing this on stream right now, unlike a lot of runs I've been doing lately. Because, boy, I think chat's immature most of the time. Just imagine what they would be like if I was doing a tentacle run. That's not true at all. I'm the most immature person in any one of my streams. Why am I trying to throw them under the bus here? It's like every single time. It's not them that ruins the stream. It's me just trying to turn it into a pee-pee poo-poo stream. I'm an adult man-child, I tell you. Yeah, and what can I say? I can't stop myself. All right. Okay, that worked, though. Still, though, like I said, dealing with curses and just the general uncertainty of this run says probably want to save this for... Well, actually, I'm doing it like the previous night as of right now. Hoping that I'll have, a good 24 hours late Thursday that I can at least post this up, worst comes to worst. As of right now, not going terrible, but it's also not going great. Yeah, I think the combo change they had was switching it up so that you are able to do a kick. Probably for extra breaching, stunning potential, rather than just being forced to constantly use the tentacle over and over when you're really close to an enemy. That's a good change, because yeah, the tentacle by itself, not a whole lot of damage. You really need to get the additional melee hit in there to have it really work out. Okay, there we go. Yep, it's a good thing that even though it is a kick and everything like that, it's also... Nah. It's also nothing that... even though it is a kick, it does not count as, a kick for taking damage from a thorny back. Because that would have been bad if it did. Alright, go back and grab that cherry, because that's... I didn't really take... I haven't taken a whole lot of damage in this area as of just yet, but I have taken a lot of damage... Come on, now. I have taken a lot of damage just with that one unfortunate circumstance that managed to happen. This would also maybe be a good time for alienation acceptance, or at least acceptance at the very start here. Though I think I am going to be switching out... Berserker as of right now, because I don't seem to be getting consistent usage on it. I feel like if I kill an enemy with the tentacle, then it doesn't work. I am not entirely sure. I swear I was looking at that earlier, and I'm like, that's what I saw. But looking at it right now, and I'm more uncertain than ever. Oh well, oil and fire. I mean, speaking of the whole Vorpan combos, I walked directly. Well, I jumped directly into those. Okay, spikes. Let's just do this to make sure. I could still afford a potion charge pretty easily. Yeah, this should be fine. It's, as always, a little bit worrying, especially in early... Cool, but not what I intended to do, but that was a pretty cool-looking couple kills there. Okay, great. Yeah, just kind of It's that generous ledge grabbing again that I shot out the tentacle and then I somehow like split myself into two air. I have no idea. Something that I do think would make just the tentacle overall maybe a little bit more palatable of a weapon is if it did shoot out like multiple tentacles or something like that. Or maybe if it actually gave you like a little bit of something about like increasing the movement stuff. I really like the idea of being able to grapple onto walls. It's just when would you ever use it? Maybe you can also like stick onto walls or something like that. I don't know, just give it a little bit of extra. Yeah, okay. Maybe just give it a little bit of extra like something to it. I don't even know exactly what that would do. Just let you cheese things out with tentacles, with turrets, basically. But still, I don't know. Okay, not right into the spikes, eh? I was just trying to get slightly out of the range of this enemy so that I wouldn't have to do. There we go. So that I wouldn't have to be fighting everything at the same. So that I wouldn't have to be dealing with all of the bad things. My God, I am just gonna have to go with the alienation acceptance at this rate. It's not even the malaise. Malaise has been fine so far. It's all this running headfirst into, well, non-existent headfirst into spikes over and over that has really been doing me in. I mean, really, it's like curses shouldn't be as big of a deal as long as I just, use my bombs instead of going in with the tentacle just by itself. That's just, like I said, it does put you in sort of a weird position when it comes to hitting enemies, where sometimes you will just throw yourself into spikes or bombs or just, flying enemies that are a little bit more difficult to latch onto. They're tinier dudes. They don't have as much area to hold with your octopus arms. Yeah. Well, Eldritch Abomination arms. I suppose it's not really all that much. Conjunctivius is not that much of an octopus. I'll admit that right now. Would have to have way larger tentacles. And also, like, less teeth. Octopuses just have beaks. Yeah, so not really like not a anatomically correct type of octopus, even if you were saying that. Nope, nothing. I guess it's like the stuff like the what is it, the Humboldt squid that has human-looking teeth? Go look that up right now. Do it. HUMBOLDT. You'll probably just find that one picture because it's not like there's it's just the one picture, but it's a good one. Like looking up goose teeth. Anyway. All right, I do like that. Do I care enough to actually pick it up, though? I don't know. Maybe it could work okay with the tentacle, with the whole slamming yourself right into enemy faces, but this is always a good combination that I don't really use a whole lot, as opposed to the lacerating aura, which I use all the time, unceasingly. Okay. Good. Good again. And yeah, like just the fire alone there should be able to take it out. All right, all right. Yep, and I think I'm just gonna wait for the fire grenade to go and then hit what's probably a rampager and a knife thrower down there, if I'm not wrong. Oh, look, I was exactly correct. Of course, that's a pretty regular combination that you just see in this. I almost forgot that I didn't have a shield there and tried to parry with the pan, which technically should work. I said this before, where it's like, the way the pan looks, it should be able to... Aha! With the way that a pan looks, it should be able to at least, like, reflect bombs in the same way like the fan does. Come on, it's only one letter off after all. Pan and fan. That should also be another combination. I mean, I've talked about like combination type of stuff, whether it's the Hayabusa items just from the name alone, or stuff like sensible type of combinations like this. Stupid puns. Maybe even stuff like throw more references into other games. I talked about like the really special loot from Enter the Gungeon when I did the Rhythm and Bazooki run. Still like the best 5-cell run I've had for quite some time. So I beat the final boss without taking damage. I mean, I think you all know what I was getting at. If only I was able to get the spoils of that accomplishment. Yeah, that actually worked. Okay, cool. If only I was able to get the spoils of that accomplishment at that point in time. Not so much how it worked, though. And of course, because I had the Mushroom Boy at that time, didn't even get the sick Chivo. And you know how much I love my Chivos. All right, don't tell anyone, but as much as I do say stuff like sick Chivos, I do like getting achievements. They're fun. Like, come on. Like, come on. Look, I know. I'm not going to be, like, impressing anybody by being all like, hey, look at my gamer profile. And there's another reappearance of my real voice. But, you know, I don't know. You get, like, the little pop-up, and you're like, hey, I did do the thing. I just walked backwards because I was just like, I don't know. Because I was like, I just don't know. I don't know why I walked backwards there. I thought I would be able to avoid something that wasn't actually coming towards me. I'm just going to go pick up that watermelon. I don't want to because that is going to be a lot of curse, but I also don't want to die. So what are you going to do? Use a potion charge. Well, this is 5-cell mode where you don't get potion charges outside of the shop. So you gotta be a little bit more choosy with how you use those things. And I already used one pretty early, if I do say so myself. So I really don't want to like start attempting. Whoa, weird stuff going on. Okay. All the water around here is making my fire not as effective as I would like it to be. But it's okay. Yep, totally cool. All right, let's see what else we got up here. Because I don't really like the idea of dealing with a hammer right now. No, I think I'm going to go look for something else a little bit more. I don't even know what exactly I'm looking for, but something that will like synergize as a secondary item a little bit better than just going for the. There we are. Come on, just get the pan. The pan's right there. Something that'll synergize a little bit better than just the pan by itself. I always say that it's like I don't really like two main hand objects basically. Two items, like the items that you should have should be one that complements like your main source of damage, and then one that is your main, like a main source of damage and something that complements your main source of damage is the easiest way to put it rather than whatever I was trying to say. Having two major attacking items, I don't know. Leave that for like the leave that for doing like a Cyclaw basically, or as of right now any one of the crossbows. That's their whole shtick. Try to get a shield, to try to get some sort of Bahokto's bow, ice, you know, something that will kind of lock enemies in place, making them easier to fight in general, or just do something that will allow you to... Something that will be better for your survival than just, you know, hey, here's a different way to attack enemies. I would say that it's just like you should... Every part of your run should have usually like some sort of passive damage is how I like to play it. Turrets more often than not, or like as you can see here, oil and fire. Even the oil grenade does do damage by itself. It's like, or, you know, something that is going to make it easier to fight enemies, especially now that they have changed it up to being that, I didn't see the wall there. Now that they have changed it up so that bosses will begin to lose resistance to very powerful, like, stunning effects like freezes or, you know, getting caught in, say, the wolf trap, which was always kind of an issue with bringing those in anywhere. It's like, it's much more palatable to try and switch that out just to, like, keep alive for really long times in bosses. It's just, you know, 5 billion hours in this game means that I'm just like, well, damage, and damage is all I need. Shake it up. I just need more damage. I don't need to stop enemies from attacking me. I can just run in here and wildly start swinging my pan everywhere, and I will know exactly when to dodge roll to avoid the 5 enemies that are around me right now. I'm going to take it. I said that this was a upgrade that I should have gotten in the first area, and, well, now I got it here. It'll help out with, you know, prepping up both burning and poison synergies, although I do really need to get an upgrade on Tentacle pretty soon. Because, again, I said explicitly that it's like, hey, I don't want this to become a turret run guest starring in a minor role the Tentacle. It's like, this is supposed to be the Tentacle run after all, and I do really want to try and make this exactly that. Yes. There's not really too much reason to... Ugh, got both of them, eh? That's okay. If I get him in a big area here, it shouldn't be too difficult to punch and done. What do you got? Yeah, all right, sure. I think that'll also make it a little bit easier to see any sort of, I knew it was going to happen. That's why I just pieced right on out of there. Narrow weapons, I tell ya. Oh boy, that was actually quite close. I'd like to get rid of the 2 times damage. That's not really something that benefits too much a damage over time focused weapon like this one, because, you know, the damage over the double damage does not affect the damage over time. It merely affects the initial hit that you get when the vial strikes an enemy. I'll take a look. Pierce all enemies? Okay. I mean, I do... it's not like fire grenades. I'll take it for right now. Maybe I'll switch that out for something else soon enough. But it's like, I'll check it out. And then I do think that maybe... God, the tick, which is so harsh to fight in close range. But then again, so is the concierge. But the concierge is also a lot more predictable. And the conjunctivius, oh god, narrow weapons, I just said that. It's like, I don't even know how you would be able to latch onto her half the time. It does have a pretty noticeable stall time, as you can see when I press the button to when I actually shoot that tentacle out there. So I think that of the choices, that's actually a pretty good option here. Cool. I think that of the choices that I got here, it's like that's going to be, yeah, what can I even say? I think that's the best one. All right. What I am going to do here now is re-switch off of what I had before. Instead, go for... How about combo? Because killing an enemy and then being able to grab onto it, the initial hit from the tentacle might not do a whole lot of damage, but it will do a lot more damage when we have combo active. I'll try it. And then bleed, of course, is just, hey, even more extra damage and passive damage on top of that. I ain't got to do nothing except what I'm already doing to get that bleed here. Yeah, okay. So, I'm noticing right now, it seems like the initial hit from the tentacle does not count as melee. Any one of the subsequent follow-ups hits, they all count. All right. So that's the important distinction to be made here. And I'm not going to take that. Oh, wait, no, I can definitely take that. I don't have alienation acceptance on anymore. However, I am not going to take that because, you know, save it for when I really need it. All right, so open wounds might not be the best with how that works because, you know, more often than not, it's like half of my hits are... I guess what I'm saying is half of my hits are not going to be able to get that good bleed stack on there, so shouldn't really worry too much about... I shouldn't really need to worry too much about getting the most out of that then. Still would be something to maybe enable some synergies, but I'm already using the knife storm. What's even the point? No. I think I can pretty safely dump that, no problem at all. Gonna start getting a little bit expensive to be switching out all these mutations all this time. But hey, at least it's a lot better than it was back in the day. Money is, I mean, it just like doubles in cost rather than like exponentially increasing in cost. Good. I will use that if necessary, but I think as of right now, number one is going to be, oh, come on, biters, you're kind of ruining my whole combo deal thing here. Yeah, number one is going to be buy a new tentacle. Number two thing is going to be get a potion charge. I'll just opt to get a potion charge in like Stilt Village or something. Otherwise, worse comes to worse. But it's like even right now, I'm getting a pretty good amount of. Wow, you just got like 1 hit point left, don't you? There. Right now, I'm still. It's working out well, but I do think that there is a lot of stuff where it's like, hey, I also have a good run going. Fire, oil, bleed, poison. It's all gang's all here. Just need electricity, and it's like that's all you need, baby. That's everything. So I don't know if you can really say the tentacle's doing a lot of work, but it does synergize. And now, come on, you know I can't. It does synergize well, so I do think that is it's a good way to blitz down an enemy largely and then just come in for the kill with one big old punch. Which, you know, what more can you ask for? All right, you know what I want. None of this. Closer, but no. Interesting, but also no. There we go. Hey, and here's more poison. I could even, like, switch out, yeah, maybe instead just switch out this sort of thing. Because one of the great things about this tentacle is that it has 80% extra burning and toxic cloud, all just by itself. That's a pretty nice... that is a chef's kiss combo, which I'm going to do right now. It sounded more like a popping sound. Maybe he was sucking on my fingers a little bit too much there. That was the wrong direction. Good job, me. I can do this, though. I can do it 9 times. Well, 7 more times, specifically. Why did I decide to bring out that reference right there? I don't know. It's been a while, though. Throwing in the old, ye old Homestar Runner references. Hey, yo. And I hit the wrong thing. Some reason I thought I had my oil grenade bound to my... Okay. Bound to my other key. And that was not the case. Good. All right. 2 left. And this should just be 1 left. And to be honest, I might just wait for my Knife Storm to get back up and throw this down there for right now. If he wants to attack me, I can. And do that. No, it loses its effectiveness far too quickly. Good. Okay, that'll work. That'll do. Like I said, I'm still probably... Yeah, there we go. That damage is becoming a lot nicer now. In fact, what is it at? 3606? I should go compare that to another... Well, actually, you know what? Let's just go... Why go rely on what I find in the run? Let's take a look. 69, nice. And 219 DPS versus like 187 and 224. It's... To be honest, like, if I was just using an oiled sword, I would probably just have as good, maybe even a better run. Doesn't have the range, though. Also doesn't have the wacky, like, shield bypassing and everything, but it's like... The damage is not necessarily exceptional for the weirdness that you gotta do with it. I think it really does just come down to the fact that, well, I got a pretty good run going around the tentacle. And that's... Oh, a second one, eh? You're too kind, but also freaking me out here. No, we're not. I'm not doing that sort of wacky nonsense again. I got plenty of bleed as it is. There's no reason to try and feed into it more with that. The tracking would be better though, so it's not like it would be. And it's not like it would be impossible to justify bringing that into my run. I'm just saying that it's not a good idea. There's better stuff here, and I don't know. I don't want to worry about ammo, I suppose. Why am I justifying this so hard to myself right now? I don't know. Well, anyway. Good. Get that bleed in there. Try to avoid touching the ground as much as possible. Floor is lava, etc. No, more specifically, enemies don't teleport you if you're not on the floor. And... hopefully clear this curse out with relative ease. Because after all, it's not such a breeze to just, you know, whack enemies with the tentacle after all. Especially when you're cursed. Sure, I'm not going to have to worry about thornies, but it's like, just takes me getting into the range of a... Okay. Just takes me getting into the range of one shocker to end this run right now. And it's pretty alright so far. I suppose the thing that's really giving it a lot of extra damage is not only combo, but also the poison and toxic hit sort of stuff. It's like, especially with the tentacle, because the initial hit is going to do the toxic hit, followed by the punch being the huge amount of extra damage that I'm getting. So, you know, there's a good combo in this in particular, where you get like your tracking shot from the tentacle, followed by big damage from the punch. That's how it works normally, but it works exceptionally well in this case. All right. Come on, 7 enemies left. I can do this. I can do this. Yeah, there's plenty of enemies up here too. Because I like occasionally saying menemies. Many enemies. So it shouldn't be too difficult, although I do need to actually, you know, maybe getting to the point where I am hitting enemies with all the enemies with the fire and, you know, bleed and all that sort of stuff. There is like a... There is like a... Hey, you're not dead yet? Come on. Hey, come on, cut that out. Quit being alive. Well, probably not actually alive. I mean, you know how Dead Cells goes. It's probably some sort of undead abomination, but the point still stands. Yeah, like 80%. Yeah. Yeah, and the initial hit does in fact... All right, let's get that 60 kills. Again, I'm not here to... I was going to say I'm not here to meme around. And then that happened. I want to set forth a formal apology for anybody that is currently screaming at their computer screen. That was not intentional. I was even in the process of saying it. You could hear me say it there. I cannot... At 60. Again, I said that it's just like the meme wasn't even that funny in the first place. I shouldn't be trying to do it right. Oh, you're not going to believe me. You're going to be like, oh, that meme lord, he's just memeing again. And it's like, what am I going to say? It's boy who cried meme around here. I don't blame you. I only have myself to blame. What did I say about being the most immature person around? It's like, of course this is something I would do. Oh, it would be a funny joke, and then I can pretend like I didn't mean to do it. But no! The layers of irony have gotten so intense that the truth has been shrouded in a fog that is completely inescapable. The truth and lies blend together like the shadows. It's all memes, but it's also no memes. Escaping the memes is impossible at this point. And that is why we have to escape to the one place that has not been contaminated by memes. The moon. A lot of Dead Cells too. Writing it as we're going here. All right, give me that. That'll at least get me down to... Actually looking pretty good. Still not going to get the potion charge, but that's... Oh, there we go. Shouldn't I? No, I don't have See Invisible anymore, do I? No. Okay, so I am going to have to make sure that I don't... No, I can buy the food from the shop. I keep forgetting that I have taken off acceptance as of now. These hit you freeze. Do I get a lot of extra health from this? Probably. Yeah, sure, I'll take it for right now. Re-grab my other necklace on the way out. 75% damage reduction is not going to be very good in this upcoming fight, but it will be good for, especially if I do end up going into the Fog Fjord. I don't know. It's like, you know, a very similar comparison would be to the Golem Rocket Punch. So maybe it would be worth going into the Slumbering Sanctuary purely for that reason. Yeah. Can deal with like the orb casters a little bit better and everything then too. I'm gonna lose out on a potion charge, but when has one potion charge ever made the difference in a run? He says ironically, because the memes, Jack. Second episode in a row. Actually, it depends on if I'm going to be putting up the wrenching whip episode alongside this. We'll see. Maybe. I'm not going to say no. It depends on if I finish this run tonight or not. Otherwise, I'll probably put it up on, like, Friday. I don't know. Yeah, I should probably throw down the oil. I did get that for good reason. All right. This is also going to make it nice. Well, I was going to say make it nice for dodging around the damage barrier, too, just because I'll be able... just because this weapon does kind of, like, punch through him. But then I got hit anyway, so I suppose it doesn't really matter. All I got to do is kind of predict when he's going to be using the shield, then grapple onto him and run past. Yeah, it's like this is an easy concierge fight, but concierge fights aren't. So I don't really know how... I guess if you're really struggling, but then again, it's like you would have already had to have beaten the Conjunctivius twice to even get this weapon in the first place, so... Yeah. What can I even say here? Get all 3 stacks on. Jump over that. The hitbox is pretty generous when it comes to the ground sweep, so it's even more embarrassing that I did get hit by it earlier. But what am I going to do? I hate it. Okay. I'm laughing to hide the pain. And that should do it. One tentacle shot to the groin did it. Don't. Oh. You know, I said, hey, I got to stop being so immature. And it's like, yeah, well, yeah. Yeah, well. Anyway, that would be the thing to add in a little bit of the shock damage if I felt like it, taking the magnetic grenade there, but nah, it's fine. This should also make it pretty easy to, counter the golems pretty well, because I should just be able to punch through them at the same time they're punching through me. Is that something that I really want to experiment around with a whole lot? No. Should I have switched out the open wounds? Yes, but I forgot. Until as I was walking through the door. You say these loading screens, they give you the perfect like couple seconds to really reflect on all the things you've done wrong in this run so far, of which that's one of them. What can I say? Hey, but also you get stuff that I've done right, like this particular tentacle was a great pickup. It's doing good. 80% extra damage, basically just automatically. I suppose not on the initial tentacle hit, but every subsequent tentacle hit. Okay. That should do it, yeah. I'm not going to teleport away from me when I'm doing that. See, like, look at how good this is doing. It's not quite the thing that will be one-shotting, like, elites, but certainly taking a big chunk of health nonetheless. I do want to get a upgrade. I do want to get an upgrade for my tentacle, well, not tentacle, but, necklace soon enough, but, you know. Not like... This would also... Okay, look, here's the thing. I'm going to level with you, and you know that this was coming. Because it comes in every brutality run that I do, period. The Hokuto's Bow would be a really good item with this. Because that plus 2690 DPS would be applied on the initial hit from the tentacle, effectively doubling its damage. And then I also would get a lot of extra damage just from the bleed, fire, and oil, of course. And then the critical itself is going to be doing extra damage as well. But use it way too much. Use it way too much. I can't just take that for every single brutality run, after all. And you know that, and that's why it's on the ban list. Even though it's like, yeah, being able to double the initial hit. Double! And then plus 80% damage after the first hit, too, because I'll have that poison applied on there. It's like, that would be a great combination. But you don't need to hear me talk about how great the Hokuto's Bow is. I've done it more than enough prior to this point. And there we go. Yeah. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. What a combo, Mark. Anyway. Almost got me there, but not good enough. Can't grapple onto enemies that have shields around them. That's just the thing. Spread some inflammable oil, burning oil. It's not going to be as large of an area, but it's like, I don't know, try it out. I feel like Swarm is one of those things where I just kind of like take it as a like very temporary item, expecting that it's just like it's going to be better than it is, and then it isn't. Wow, what a good time to be coming over here. And I think that this is going to be no exception. But, you know, you never know until you try. As a wise man once said, you never know if you don't go. You'll never shine if you don't glow. And that's a sort of life advice that I live my life by. Has not steered me wrong just yet. In fact, I would say it's actually steered me quite right. I would consider myself of the all-star status, if you would. This is stupid. I'm going to stop it right now. Anyway. Okay, I'm going to try to make up for missing that 60 kills back in the ossuary by getting the 60 kills in here. I think I can do it, although I am still scared because I do have I do also have another curse left to kind of deal with, and that's a problem, because if I go and like try to take down 10 easy enemies right now, that's 10 easy enemies that I'm not going to have if I get cursed. Yeah, just take that. No reason not to. Full health, no malaise. Looking good. Yeah, I don't know. It's like let's just see how it goes, I suppose. I mean, I'm going to try it because you never know if you don't go. Yep, what a concept. I said I wasn't going to do that anymore, and then I did it. Oh, God. Okay, didn't even phase him. I guess I can appreciate that sort of like burly ability to take damage or whatever, but it's also like I fully expected to be having a punch duel there. The greatest puncher wins, which I would guess would probably be me, since it usually defaults to the player when it comes to like abilities versus abilities. I always say it's a good thing that they do that, because, you know, the alternative, of course, is that it defaults to the enemies, and nobody wants that. It's sort of like how the hitboxes in a Mario game are much larger for power-ups as opposed to enemies. It's how it should be. Err in favor of the player. Now, if you're talking about multiplayer, that's a little bit different of a story, but it's my game design tips? Like, what is this episode turning into? Whatever, I got the 60, not only 60, but 64, like Mario 64. So, we're good. Yeah, I'm going to say it's looking... I'd like it, but I can't. I'm going to say it's looking pretty peachy keen right now. One of the things the Hokuto's Bow wouldn't do is really benefit the poison that I'm getting out of the tentacle as of right now, because, well, I've tried to build runs around that before, and it's like this is like the weakest poison that you can possibly get when it comes to the stuff you get on affixes. It's really, you're not going to get too much damage out of that regardless. Woo! Good punch. I mean, a very good punch, but... Oh, I think I actually just stunned the golem before it's able to do too much, so not even a big deal in the first place. Great. Happy to see that. Like I said, I don't think you can hook on to... Okay. I guess it's actually much, much more in your favor when you're doing the punch. All right. Speaking of punches, though, I don't think I'm going to be doing a giant fight this time. Just does not seem like a good idea with a weapon like this. Get that door advantage, and then punch, punch, punch. It's actually looking pretty good. Take that. Unfortunately, and as always, ooh, that... I don't know if I like that curse chest. I mean, I gotta do it. I want those stats, but... it's fun. But, it's just, I don't know, man. Especially here. This is not a great area to deal with a lot of cursed characters. Like the dancers, duelists, whatever they're called. Kinda hard to get around, because they got their own, like, teleports and everything like that. Of course, like, there's everyone's favorite, the demons And the bats are actually, like, I guess, easier to take care of. Golems can, like, teleport you back to them and everything like that. There's so many rough things that occur in here. Good. Managed to get a 2 for there. Told you that the ability to punch through 2 enemies like that, pretty good. It's not, I don't know. I mean, so far I'm gonna just say, like, yeah, it's going all right. I don't know if it's anything that I'm like, oh man, I gotta be using the tentacle all the time now. Okay. But it's like, hey, ain't going too bad. He's gonna go come fly down to me. Come fly to me. Come fly away. Nope. Look, if it wants to come down here, I'm going to blast its face with knives. So, it's immune to fire. What am I even thinking? Yep. And there's where I blast its face with knives. All right. I'm going to wait for Knife Storm to get back up. I'm a little bit hesitant to go super hard in here because, like I said, I just don't feel confident. Well, this would be a wacky combination. I'm not going to take it, but it's like 2 very similar items together like that. Unless it would give me an upgrade that would give me like a metallic tentacle. It's like I don't really see too much point. Okay, I'm gonna wait for those 2 to get kind of like together, and then we're gonna do that. Yeah, there we go. That was the plan. That was the plan, and it worked. It went off without a hitch. Let's go over here. I think I'm gonna hit up the clock tower. You know, I went through a traditional route at the start here, but I'm feeling much more confident with my abilities to continue on from this point. So I think that's exactly what I'm going to do. Let's go. Go for something that might be easier, but is going to require... I'm not going for the giant anyway, so... Yeah, just clear on out through here instead. Anything, perhaps? Yeah, I'll take it. Bleed propagation is always pretty good, and if I did have any sort of bleeding synergy on the tentacle, I would probably do something about that, but... The poison synergy and everything I have right now is just far too good. There's no reason I'm going to want to get rid of that. All right, now, instead, how about melee? Well, it's not going to... It applies weirdly, though, you know? So, might not be the best idea. Disengagement, I think, is always a pretty safe bet. You know, just as a general idea. And how about recovery? Got like a big hit. If I get hit and I just latch on and punch through an enemy, I can probably recover a lot of my health. And that does push me through them, meaning that it's less likely that I'm going to get hit while I'm tentacling. It's a mutation I don't take a whole lot, so... I mean, it's just rough because this bridges a weird gap in between a melee and a range mutation, and it's a little bit hard to kind of build for that exactly. Just unusual. Because otherwise I think that there's definitely better options. Like melee I think would be good if it did get affected by the initial tentacle pull, but that seems to be range. That seems to be counted as like a ranged ability, so I don't think it's worth taking. Because then it's like, you know, you get near an enemy, and it's not going to be able to infect with melees. It's also going to be slowed, so you can maybe, like, get your full combo out there with all of the bells and whistles. I walk into that so much. The full combo out there where I can, like, throw down my swarm, hit him with a blast, bring it back with a blast, and then also, you know, just everything, basically. Well, see, that's kind of what I was... That's more or less what I was thinking about when I took recovery there. Well, I'm going to wait a little bit here. I might want to use that a little bit later. But then again, it's like enemies also tend to stay stuck for long enough that it's not really that big of a deal. Yeah, no, I think that's... I'm trying to galaxy brain this whole deal a little bit. Don't need to be this clever. I mean, it's like I always said in Darksiders, where it's just like, there's a lot of points where I was trying to figure out like a bunch of weird combos that might be cool, but they're just not working nearly as effectively as go in and mash square. That's just a way to play the game. War does not need to be a fancy dude. Or does not need to come up with fighting game combos. Or can just get by smacking enemies with stuff. Maybe occasionally going for good parries. Much like Dead Cells. Okay, one punch. There. Throw, and we're good. Hey, invisibility. It's actually been a little while. I feel like I haven't been seeing that as much as I haven't been getting as lucky as usual in some of these runs, so it's a fun one to see. Okay, all right. Oh man, that's like the first time I've gotten hit by an automaton in a while. Embarrassing if you ask me, but I do have that, not potion, a piece of watermelon back over there, so it doesn't really matter too much. Yeah, hey. Dashes? Let me tell you what the best dash is. The one where you just grab onto your enemy and pull yourself closer. Take that, light speed. Another weapon that I'm going to have to use eventually, and it's just like, I don't know, man. I just take phaser most of the time. Phaser is a big increase in damage, whereas, like, I guess, well, we'll get to that run when we get to that run. That one might be one to do on stream, just because, I don't know, man. I don't know what I'm going to be doing. Use a little direction from people. Almost at 30. Should probably be able to hit that, too. I mean, all I would need is, like, a single... Oh, not quite bam. 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 And, oh, that's it. Okay, good. Might even be able to... All I need is one more scroll fragment, and I'll be able to get to 30. And there it is. And here I am. All right, cool. Also think I'll go try going for the distillery again here. Maybe even try to go for, like, the cool achievement where you don't use the barrel. I think I can manage it. I think I got the gumption and ability. This was not the room that I want to use that for. Whatever, that's not... I like the run that I have going on right now, and everything is decently powerful. Like Swarm and Firebrands are the least powerful thing, and Firebrands I haven't actually been using that much, so if there is some Tentacle, maybe I'm just having a particularly good run. I am still not going to throw that into doubt as of just yet. It's just been a nice solid run. I'm happy to see that, because of course, as I was saying, boy did I not want to deal with, hey, cool, I'm just gonna do that. I do not want to have to deal with doing a bunch of runs for this after all. But then again, it could just be that it's like, hey, how many hundreds more hours have I played this game since the last time I did a Tentacle run? You never know. It's like... Okay, don't get too full of yourself, man. Maybe I'm just getting too good for this game. No, okay, that's what I was going to say, and it's just like, come on. Come on. Let's get to this already. This, much like the other dashing enemies that I've seen, your Rampagers and your Golems, probably going to turn out pretty good. I am more worried about the projectiles, though. Oh, I forgot to take the watermelon. Whatever. That's 25% health is going to make the difference in this fight. Then it's like, God, things have gone horribly wrong. But yeah, any sort of projectiles in this fight, I think, are going to be a little bit spooky. Whoa, spicy. No. Okay. Oh, come on, not into the cutscene immediately. I was going to try to use the recovery. I had recovery up and everything. It was all ready to go. Okay. Yeah, see, there's how you do the good recovery. As opposed to what I was doing last time, which was the bad recovery. Nope. Punch. Well, that could have gone better. Could have gone worse, too, I suppose. Shouldn't be too hard on that fight. It is a fast one, and like I said, this is a weapon that does have that very noticeable, just tiny bit of startup time, wind-up time before it actually, starts working. Maybe I'll go to the castle instead. That would also be an interesting sort of go here as well. Certainly doing just fine as far as beating up elites go. Been doing the distillery a lot lately. Sure. Oh, I'm ready for this. Though, one of the scary things about doing this sort of thing is if I don't have a shield when I'm going up against the Guardian Knights, that's when the bad stuff starts happening. Seems to be okay so far, though. But then again, I was well aware of that guy being down there. A little bit more unexpected Guardian Knight. Things could be going very poorly. In the meantime, yeah, at least I'm able to kill regular enemies just by punching them. Not really going to be sharing too much about anything else, though. That's what I was worried about. Hello, please don't attack in any way. How about you just give me this one as a freebie, Guardian Knight? Okay, well, I guess we're in here now. Okay, it's cool. I love that this was the comparison that I made earlier, and it took like a good 40 minutes or something. It's even got the poison. It doesn't have the poison synergy, though. That was the comparison, too. Bad things happening. Oh, I didn't even get recovery going there. Because again, it's like that narrow hitbox. I don't really want to use a potion charge here yet. Gonna hope for some sort of food stuff, but I mean, I'll even take like a Malaise food stuff too. But I don't really want to. I don't really want to like give up. If I'm still at this health when I'm going into the boss, yeah, then I'll give up. But until that point, I think I might be able to swing it. Are you really not dead from that? I know it was just a tentacle hit, but still. There we go. Whew, scary. Also you, but I should be able to manage this, right? Yeah, I think they're looking good. The health has not been as good as I was hoping for, but just imagine how much worse it could be if I took like a tactic space run instead. Kind of seeing if I might be able to grab a vampirism, to be honest. This would be the time. Like, go up, especially for like this elite here. Would be able to probably gen up a lot of health, no problem at all. I'm just saying. All right. Well, in the meantime, let's kind of keep looking around here. Actually, I just went in a circle. Well, kind of. Okay. Anyway. This might not be a 3-key type of scenario. I'm doing pretty good on stats. Like, I'm feeling pretty confident in my statage right now. It's just, health is really the thing more than anything else that I'm, like, worried about here. I don't know. No, get out of here, you. Not the time. Yeah. As long as I can get something to help me out with that particular issue, I think I'll be feeling pretty good. I swear I'm not, I swear. By the moon and the stars in the sky, that I did in fact press the, use knife storm button there. Didn't quite knock him out there now, did I? Hey! There, I also used it, but it actually worked this time. Okay, good. Well, I mean, that erased the last hit I took, but... Oh god, again, the narrow hits. Hitting me through the wall. And that's a no good. That's what Sonic says. Okay, well, I didn't want to do that, but hey, corrupted healing can probably also be pretty good, especially if I do run into issues when it comes to fighting the hand of the king himself. It's like I should be able to like get a lot of extra damage. It's rare for these enemies to actually get me through the wall, but it happened there. Usually I'm a little bit more diligent than that. That was just heal. Thank you. I took that recovery for good reason, you know. Yeesh. Well, that don't really matter for you, because it pierces through shields. Okay. Don't know where the other entrance is to the botanic laboratory, so might as well take it. And like I said, I'm just gonna peace on out of here if the opportunity presents itself. I'm not gonna stick around for any more than I absolutely have to. Okay. Which I think is definitely not up here. Heal! Okay, well that's okay. That mostly did it. Unfortunately, I'm now down to 65 health. Yeah. I think I might just want to go take, I think I might just want to end up taking, like, a corrupted healing, and then... go and, like, blow that potion charge when things are starting to look a little bit hairy in the final fight. Because that will give me big extra damage. That will also, well, I guess I'm here, so I might as well. Unless this is a very big distance away. I don't know. Could be. I'll do a cursory exploration, but I'm not going to be doing too much more than that. If there are some bad enemies around here or bad placements for enemies, and it wasn't actually that bad, so that's okay. There. All right, well, where's the other one going? Because it's probably also going to be an unexplored arena. Oof. Well, I didn't actually mean to activate that elite, but I suppose it does not matter. Might actually be worth taking this for the extra health, but, enemies can't damage you if they can't hit you. Because they're dead. That's what I say. Death is the ultimate form of crowd control. Where am I? Okay, I have to be right next to the exit at this point because this is getting absurd. I'm just going to let him do his thing. Yeesh. Maybe shouldn't have tried to run past there and just roll past him, but it's not what I did. What? It's really making me work for this, isn't it? That's not a problem. I'm okay with that. As much as I don't like it. Know what I'm doing. Just gonna go make my way down here. Go maybe just smack you with a little bit of bleed there. Good measure. And then, real quick, just don't want to deal with the Guardian Knights, if I'm being honest. They're just, they're not filling me with a lot of confidence. There we go. There's also everything else, too. Regular chest. I suppose I do want that extra health. Yeah. What can I even say? Health would be pretty good right now. Infantry bow would also probably be an alright, especially that one, which had 100% on burning and oiled up targets. Probably also be a decent combination with the tentacle, but I feel like I'm kind of all in on it, using it more for its punching ability rather than just grappling ability. A infinite use grappling hook, which is what I would describe it as. More or less, yeah. Anyway, let's go not get hit by the ball and chain. Instead, get down here and get my extra health. Just a little bit, but hey, it's enough to even weather one extra hit. It's worth it. Yep. Don't really think I'm going to be finding too much else here. Well, aside from this. What do you got? Nope, nothing here. I mean, maybe. It's not like the swarm's been amazing or anything, but I don't know. What else you got? You know, sure, whatever. Why not? Anyway. No teleporter around here at all, by the way? Nothing? Huh. There's a giant. Back when he was still a skeleton. Because he's always been a skeleton, you understand. There's a weird point of lore in this game. I don't really know what to make of it. Unless for some reason he was always depicted as a skeleton? Why, though? It's like, did they have, like, soothsayers being the painters for the portraits in the castle? Whatever, anyway. Alright, one more. This time we're going to take Tainted Flask. Whoa. Yeah, I think this is otherwise a pretty good combination of stuff. All right. This is the big test, as always. If I die in the next area, I'm just still gonna I'm gonna call that, you know, hey, a little bit of extra content here. I don't know. Feel like I at least got to get past this part, but at the same time, I'm probably also gonna just kill the episode if I don't, because I don't feel like doing it again. The duality of man. We're doing pretty good damage. Although I do actually have, like, stats are not bad. Stats also ain't bad. Okay, just, real quick, get my way through there. Yo, teleport down to me. I was hoping that maybe I can kinda... Nah. Well then. Okay, fine. Like I said, I mean, this should do it because of the amount of damage. Extra damage that I get just from the... Yeah. There's a tentacle hit, too, that did him in. That's unfortunate, but I might be able to regen back up my potion charge in the next area. I can only hope. Yeah, it was looking pretty good, too. Like, the damage was there, and again, this is because I got 34 in my main stat, but still, the damage was there. To perfect it, but I didn't. It unfortunately did not work out in that way. Well, in the meantime, God, librarians are going to be nightmares. At least I got the... I don't know, at least I got the knife storm ready. I suppose that's something. Fortunately, it's only so much. But with the bleed propagation, it should at least work out, you know, better? Didn't hit anything there, did it? Well, anyway. Let's see how this goes. Why did I get hit twice there? I'm worried about, like, accidentally grappling myself off of one of these platforms now, which is... a real possibility. And I would like to not go out that way if possible. Because it would be embarrassing, you understand? Oh, come on. The bleed propagation was supposed to work on you there. That's why I did that. Perfect. Flawlessly executed, Protector. You are due for a raise. Though I'm pretty sure nobody's paying you. Okay, punch him. Punch it. There's your one. All right. Okay, didn't even need to. It's a pretty substantial increase. I'm going to lose the poison, though, but I do get inflammable oil. I mean, it is so much more damage at like 80% extra is... Yeah, it's actually less than... Yes, I'm going to take this, yeah. Like 80% extra is actually less than what I would be getting just on the base version of this. Not quite how I want to have that happen, but that's okay. There we are. I suppose technically maybe like, I don't know, like Swarm could have done extra damage on poison target, but it didn't. So, whatever. It's fine. Ouch. I have a couple more elites to fight if you don't mind. Please hold off on dealing a lot of damage until then. Yeah. I could probably just jump down there. I don't think it's a good idea. Kind of hoping that was also going to hit the librarian. Didn't happen in that way. Okay. And okay. You can just keep going back and forth, I suppose, if you want. That's okay. That's cool. Ah! Here it comes. Okay. Thank God. It did not come there. It could have, but it didn't. Yeah. All right. Let's just need the alien key and then I'm out of here. Because like I said, much like the castle, I don't really want to be sticking around here too long. It just seems like a bad idea. A very bad idea. And that is why I won't do it. on going. Anything else? Anything else? Do I got the food shop here down here at least? No, but I do have the other key, so good enough, I suppose. Any sort of progress is progress, after all. Yeah, okay, I guess it just died trying to fight my swarm. Sure, that's fine. Whatever, man, I'll take it. All right, let me see. Actually, there's any like the shops directly below me. I wouldn't be opposed to that. No, it's just more the thing, the tower. I'll wait until I get the map reveal rather than trying to fumble around. It's already going a little bit scary as it is. It's like I don't really need to make that any scarier after all by adding into extra exploration in this area that's not completely necessary. You know, just particularly close to that one area. Good, you know, C jumps there, whatever they're called. When you jump around a corner like that, easier to do if you have a double jump, I suppose, but still. I'm proud of myself. And if you can't be proud of me too, it's like, what are you even doing here? Okay. Oh, weird generation. But of course, as you know, I'm gonna punch this librarian into pieces. It's gonna be like that one scene from MacGruber. We punch that guy into a cloud of blood. It's pretty cool. Good. And come on, I gotta be getting like pretty close to unveiling everything. Although I think I have a pretty good idea of where exactly the shops are going to be. Like directly up here is what I'm saying. Okay, whatever. He's not gonna teleport up to me anyway. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yep. Tell me that it's a food shop. It is not. That's the farther one away, because that's makes it more challenging. You know, adds a little bit of extra. I don't know. Let's say tenseness to the run. That's what I'm gonna say. Good. Come on now. Come on. Oh God. No, why did I do that? No, you wait, you idiot. You wait until after you just get the charge from the thing. Okay, well. Whoopsie-doodle. I don't know. No, I actually don't know. I don't know why I did that. That was a dumb idea. You wait until after you get the charge from the corrupted healing, and then you pick up the second potion charge. Or you pick it up if you use the other potion charge from the corrupted healing. You don't just pick that up for no reason. Why'd you even take that mutation then? I mean, it's not like there's a whole lot of other really great mutations that I should be taking or whatever, but still, the point remains. And there we go. I have a lot of stats. I'm just gonna take that purely for a lot of extra health right now. Right into order. Okay. Just let him start to walk off here. That's fine. Yeah. Well, here's the thing. I might, at this point, just end up jumping right into the final boss fight, and like the first second that happens, just using the potion charge, just to make sure that might be another elite up here too. If there was, that would be an that's a pretty hard ask if you ask me. Okay. No, it's really all that interesting. Hey, nice. I don't know where that was, but oh, it's malazed up. Well, no, yeah, just use that immediately at the start to get like big extra damage. Okay, just to make sure that I take care of that guy more than anything else. Get big extra damage, and then just kind of like ride that to the end of the fight, is what I'm thinking. Okay, then. Anyway. Good. Well, let's see how this goes then. Should be an interesting fight. Should be. We'll see how that happens. Anyway. 37% health. I think I'm just going to keep what I got right now, and I'm going to see how this happens. Because, I mean, hey, I got here with the tentacle. It seems all right. Like I said, I don't think it's a weapon that I'd be like, hey, yeah, I got to go take the tentacle right now. But it's like, you know, this is fine. It's fine. Can I do it quick? I can. Whoops. Oh, and there goes like half my health too. So I gotta hit twice in a row. That's how it happens, baby. Which is unfortunate. Is that really not enough for you to be using a potion? Oh boy, this one might not be a win. Gonna say that right now. Yep, can't really do too much of anything to him here. It's okay. At least I'm getting some good damage here. Okay. Yeah. Come on, rally, rally, rally. I need so much rallying right now. Okay, well, maybe I shouldn't have actually switched out some of my damage for health. Because clearly, feeling like there's problems. Just a little bit of problems, but problems. Come on now. A little bit more. The health is going down slowly but surely. Okay, there's the last one at least. Well, final phase at least. I don't know though. Ah. Couldn't even rally up that much health. Oh, weird hitboxes. Come on. Yeah, I can't really say that's surprising. I bungled that last play with the potion was the real issue, which I picked up, and that was a bad idea. But it's like, otherwise, I think I probably could have won that if I just had an extra potion charge. That extra damage, the extra health would have helped a lot.